Welcome to Guns and Gear Network, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in. Today we're going to discuss a great holster option for the Nightstick 850XL weapon light. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. So today we're going to take a look at a holster option for the Nightstick 850XL line of weapon lights. So if you follow my channel, you know I did a video recently reviewing the Nightstick line of products, and one of the things that always comes up anytime somebody looks for lighting that is weapon lights that are outside of the normal brands that you're used to seeing is one of the questions that always in the sections like in Amazon, all that questions are always about holsters. Besides the quality and how many lumens and all those questions, a lot of people will ask, what holsters fit this light? It's probably one of the number one questions out there. And I get that. So not everybody has a holster that'll fit when you start adding things to your firearm. So if you remember that video, I said on their website they had a whole list of companies that supply holsters for their particular lights. I started looking through all those, kind of picking and choosing which ones I thought were good, and I found one that stood out in my mind called MIE Productions. Best based on their website, their options, their pricing, a little everything, and I decided to reach out to them, see if they wanted to participate in a video. They did. So I want to thank the folks over at MIE Productions for working with us for this video. I think it'll be very helpful for our viewers looking for holster options for that budget priced weapons light. So when you go to their website, there's a few things I will tell you about the company. They're based in Virginia, smaller mom and pop style company. We want to support our American companies, American workers. They have a staff of people there that are in production and office people and things. So want to support those type people. A lot of those industries have been hit hard over the last year or two with COVID and everything and the restrictions. So we want to make sure we try supporting those companies. They've been in business roughly 15 years making holsters, and they do offer discounts to law enforcement, first responders, military, veterans. Go into the facts and questions page, and there's a way how to do that. So just look through their facts and questions section and go through and find that, and you'll learn how to get your discount if you are one of those qualifying people. Current lead times are 4 to 8 weeks. Keep in mind that everybody in the firearms industry is busy. It doesn't matter if you make holsters, bullets, whatever, they're all busy. And a lot of them are out of inventory and out of stock and things like that. So just keep that in mind, have some patience, so forth. When you go over to the website and start looking around, and you'll go to a certain holster you like and start doing the drop-down boxes to figure out what works for your particular application. Keep in mind, you might not see it. I didn't see it for this one, so I reached out to them. And the best way to do that, make sure you're as detailed as possible so they are not going back and forth with emails. You have to tell them the model of the flashlight you're buying, the brand, the model number, everything. The details about your firearm. If it's a Smith & Wesson M&P, then make sure you're telling them it's the 4 1/4 M&P 9, no safety. All those little details matter, so when they can come back and instantly tell you, yes, we can make it, and here's the price. If they have to go back and forth, that's just more time that they have to spend answering those questions and not getting their work done. So just make sure you're as detailed as possible when you're emailing them to make sure they can get the answer to you as quickly as possible. So I did reach out to them on the design as far as, hey, do you support this particular setup? And they said yes, and that's how we got the conversation going about doing the video. The holster itself is $71.99 as of the production of this video. That could change, obviously, in the future, so just keep that in mind when you are pricing this out. So when I got the holster in, I've had it in about a week, been wearing it off and on. This thing is excellent. I've had different price points of Kydex, and I can tell you get what you pay for. I know that's kind of a cliche saying, but I've had the holsters that were cheaper, and they showed in a lot of ways. Some of the things that I can tell you right off that shows is a lot of times they don't have polished edges. They're sharp edges. These holes here are not lined up correctly. So when you go to put things on, things are kind of either doesn't fit at all. I've had one that's stuck in a box somewhere. I couldn't get it to work at all. None of these holes lined up for anything. It was the craziest thing. A lot of the clips they have are kind of chintzy, homemade kind of stuff. These are very professional. We'll discuss these clips here in a minute. These are called the Speedies clips that I wanted to try, and I love these, and I'll talk about those here in a minute. Fit and finish is excellent. Quality is awesome. So that's one thing I look for. And keep in mind when I do my videos, if it doesn't fit, you know, my needs or fit my standard, it does not get a video. So it's one of those things. I don't care if they sent me the product or not. I'll send it back and say, hey, thanks, but no thanks. So I only review things that have kind of passed the test with me. The neat thing about their holsters that I like is, let's say, for instance, I bought this, and I decided later on I wanted to add something like an RMR. I knew I wanted the lights, so we got all that done, and I wanted to add an RMR. Well, this one is already designed for you to add the RMR if you wanted to. It's already the design of it, the cut, everything. So then let's say I decided I wanted to buy a can, and I needed some suppressor sights that are elevated, they're taller. This right here has already got the channel built in for taller sights. Built in right there. It does not affect the way this thing draws or anything, and it is there and ready to go. So I don't have to buy another holster now. This right here will kind of fit whatever I do later on in addition. So it's already there. And they can also custom design something if you need it. So I like that about this holster, that if I wanted to add those things, and I might later, that I don't have to buy another holster now. It's got a little bit of a sweat guard, not a whole lot, but it does have one. But everything is covered. You notice how the trigger guard and all that is covered very nicely. But it allows me to get a nice grip on it, you know, for draw. And all these holsters are pretty much friction fit. So this one's no different. And this one is just snug enough. I don't have to worry about nothing coming out, anything like that. But yet, I can get on the pistol pretty quick without any issues with that. Just so you know, we are dealing with a cleared firearm here, and just for safety, obviously. But it easily draws, no problems. Just a little swift pull comes out, and that will break in a little bit as you use it. Not like leather will, but it does get a little smoothed out. Just kind of gets those grooves in there from using it over time with the metal rubbing against it. So that'll kind of play a part with that. But excellent quality. So let's look at these Speedies clips. They're called Speedies, and there's a reason for that. They're easy. I'd never really seen them or paid attention to them, I guess. And then they were on their website, and I thought, well, that's kind of neat. That's kind of interesting. But they looked a little funky, looked a little chintzy. Wasn't real sure what to expect, to be honest with you. But I thought I'd try it. When you get them, they are not attached to your holster. That allows you to kind of space them up or down where you feel comfortable. You might want a little higher rise or lower. Depends on your style of carry, your body type, that sort of thing. So you'll need to kind of play with that which way you want it. It does come with excellent, nice quality screws, washers. Comes with a little plastic washer here and then a rubber washer back here. So it all kind of sinks down and holds into place. Rubber washers for this kind of application is kind of like a lock washer, if you will. So it's similar to that. So let's look at this real quick. We're going to use one of my core belts that matter of fact, getting ready to do a review on this belt here soon. So pay attention to that when it comes out. As always, I like core products, and they've supported the channel for a few years now. But if you look, here's the way it works. So I don't have to undo my belt or anything like that. And I had this laying in my car and maybe in a go box or a get home box or something. And now I want to put it on, and I don't have to take my whole pants off or my belt off or anything like that. The other thing is, a lot of times if you're maybe going into a building that doesn't allow carry, maybe you're going to the courthouse, whatever, and you need to take it off. I don't want to sit there and have to undo my belt. So, and that's the way I've traditionally had to do it a lot of times if you had an outside the waistband holster. So the way this one works is you take this clip and you kind of stick it back there at an angle, start sliding it down just like that, and then it falls into place and it is locked in. Same thing, you'll come around here, kind of lift it up, push this tab a little in behind you, start pushing down, and it locks into place. It is not going anywhere. I had my kid try pulling on it, jerking on it, whatever. It was not going anywhere. So when you take it off, it's the same way, just in reverse, but it was a little tricky getting it off. So that takes a little bit of practice. So again, you have to push this one that way, but then once you get it up and behind your belt, pull on your holster forward and then start lifting at the same time, because that hook right here is pretty significant and it gets hooked in there pretty good and it's hard to get out. So then, same thing, you'll roll around to the front, push in, lift up, and it comes right out just like that. Excellent, excellent design. I really like that setup the way that is. And that's kind of really fits what I was wanting. I wanted to have this maybe in a go bag or something, so if I wanted to, you know, carry my M&P shield or my bodyguard on a regular basis, but have this available where I could add it pretty quickly, I could. This setup works for that. But anyway, want to thank the folks over MIE Productions for sending this out. I'm really happy to have it. This is perfect fit. This is the exact application that I wanted it for. Just everything about it I am very happy with, and I think you guys will be too if you decide you wanted to find a holster. If you wanted the Nightstick Lite and then something like this, good combination, and I think you'll enjoy it. But anyway, guys, appreciate you tuning in. If you got any experience with MIE Productions, be sure to share that with us. It's always appreciated, and let us know what your thoughts are. And as always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Bring another video shortly. Have a great day.